Oh, it's a beautiful morning out here in the Chesapeake Bay. You know where we're at. I'm on something new today. I'm on the Autopilot 120 and we are cruising out to the ship to see what she can do. I've had her out for one kind of shakedown run in my local river. Performed really well against, you know, river current, just kind of like screwing around a little. But this is going to be serious, you know. We're going to be finding structure, using the spot lock to stay over it. There's wind, there's current. There's actually a pretty good amount of wind today coming from the south. It wasn't supposed to be. It's like south southwest, which is kind of the worst, but that's what we got. There's some kayakers and canoers and shit out here. It's not that bad, and once we get into the lee of these ships here, it should be pretty good. So that's the plan. We're gonna drop some crabs. I got some peeler crabs behind me, and this guy. I got some new gear here. This black pack. I got a new 7-inch Humminbird Helix with the side scan. So I got so many new toys. Everything on this boat is brand new except that shit GoPro and GoPro stand, and of course that disgusting cooler and all my rods and everything else. But everything else brand new. So far, I'm loving it. I'm sitting on top of a 100 amp hour Wise, W-E-I-Z-E battery I got off Amazon, purely because it was like one of the cheapest out there, and I, you know, read and watched so much stuff that said conflicting stuff about with the quality, like what you're getting for a $1,000 100 amp hour battery versus a 400. So thought I would try this out first. At worst, you know, it'll become a backup or something. I actually took out a lead acid deep cycle battery the first time I was out, so this is my first time using the lithium ion. This is the new remote. It works the iPilot. You can change speeds, you can steer the unit with this, and what I like doing actually is you can point the unit straight ahead and then steer with the foot pedals. Push left, you go left, push right, you go right. Super like natural and intuitive. Really liking it. We'll see. You know, I'm gonna try and take care of this boat. My biggest concern is the durability. You know, I'm not one to like baby any of my stuff. In fact, I destroy pretty much everything. That's why I like the Old Town so much though. The Predator, which is currently in the shop, has a drive problem, and the rudder up down kind of failed on me. So the kind folks at Delaware Paddle Sports are working on that for me. In the meantime, this is what I got. We're gonna try and mosey on up to this concrete ship here and find some structure and see what we can do. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm getting close to the spot I want to be at here. I'm gonna kind of just use a very low speed to get myself where I want to be. I'm gonna look for the structure that I know is down there. There it is. Now I hit this anchor button right there, and it says SLTMP, which means spot lock is engaged. Now this thing is just going to keep me right over this hump, which is full of fish, and this is what this thing is made for. And it should save a lot of battery power because I'm in like no current. It only is going 0.6 miles per hour to keep me here, so I'm hoping I can fish all day. We'll say I launched at 9:30 for evidencing purposes. See how long this thing lasts today. All right, let's start dropping some crab. All right, so we have kind of drifted off the piece. Let's see if she'll adjust us here. Get us back on the Juicy. Don't really fish here too much this time of year, so I don't know what to expect, but I imagine there's some sheeps and some drums. Probably some toads. Definitely some toads, be serious. All the boats are giving up. Let's see, maneuver ourselves over here one more time. We're on the structure, we're hitting spot lock. We're dropping down. Come on, spot lock. Don't smash me into the ship, please. There you go. Okay, so pretty successful deployment there. It's even keeping me with these boat wakes wanting to smash me in here. It's keeping me where I want to be. That's pretty impressive. Not getting any bites though. See how it is. And it's not that bad. I mean, it's not great. You see what the motor does against this. Speed 6, I'm only going like 2.3. If I crank it up to 10, oh, look at that shadow. Holy crap. Crank up to 10, we're going 3.5, 4. That's actually kind of insane. Alright, came off the ships a little bit. Just got stripped by I just got my first bite here. I'm spot locked to this piling and just dropping it right down behind it. It is keeping me perfectly on this piling. I think the wave action bouncing off the ships was messing with it up there, but back here, it is like money. You put this thing on and you are stuck. It's very impressive. Over my shoulder, I've got a half a blue claw just out there on the bottom with a 3-ounce weight, hoping that's like the redfish magic. So this is pretty cool to be able to do this, you know, without having to anchor or tie off to anything or just worry about anything. I still missed the first bite, of course, but you know, I'll get them. Get them eventually. Oh, I see a kayaker out there. Oh shit. That's something. Not sure what. Oh no. How am I gonna catch a skate out here? God, I hate those things. Alright, well, I was able to just kind of drag it out into deeper water here away from the pilings and unhook it. I know those first couple bites I got were not skates though. I'm torn as to what I should be doing. Wow, my crab got ravaged. Getting massacred by the cloaks here. When I catch... Oh man, what was that? Come on. That was something nice. It didn't even know it was hooked. It didn't even know it was hooked. Jeez. Oh. Totage. Who? Of course, totage is closed. I'm actually just assuming it's closed because it's closed everywhere, but come on, buddy. I'm just trying to let you go. See you later. Okay. One fish on the board. Alright, I've crossed into the loud side of the ships. The tide is slack and this might be as good as the conditions get over here today. So let's get in there. See how good the spot lock can do here. I'm gonna try and push us back over the hole. All right, this is a pretty big test for the spot lock here. We got some banging waves. Hopefully we get some banging sheep's head bites down here. See what they'll give us. Look at all that crap down there. So much life. We're looking for a little sheepy drum cobia life. Another kayaker just told me that somebody got a cobia over here yesterday. I assume a small one, but you know, any cobia is a good cobia. Okay, those bites were nice. Oh no. Ah, that one got me good. Wow. Just chafed off my braid. That is some gnarly stuff down there. All right, day 2 of the autopilot experiment on Chesapeake Bay. Yesterday I fished some structure around the ships. Today I'm gonna go out to a channel and try to use the spot lock to chunk some bunker in hopes of catching some cobia, maybe some drum, I don't know. So what I did was I used the directional setting, this thing, so you can put it at a heading and just hit that button and it'll go. I just put it at speed 4, and since there's still a little bit of incoming tide, I'm going pretty quickly at 2.5 miles an hour. I'm trying to go 1 mile out. It's right at the end of incoming, so hoping to get out there, get set up, and then the outgoing starts. It's forecasted to flatten this out completely, so that's what I'm hoping happens. My buddy Mike, he's back there. He's struggling in the pedal kayak. You realize how inefficient the pedaling is, because whenever you stop to do something, you know, you get blown off course, and he's back there zigzagging. And I just literally point my thing at the map where I want it to go, and it just goes. It is awesome. We'll see how it does out here with some current. I'm sure we're gonna see some sharks and some rays. If we can get out here, like we're gonna catch some shit. There's a couple boats way out there. We're not going out that far, but we're gonna get out here. I'm looking for cobia in the waves too. Of course, I forgot my freaking cobia jigs and my cobia spool. This is 20-pound braid, and I got my biggest spro and a pink zoom, but like I have a whole box full of that shit, and I left it in my truck. Very stupid, but you know, we'll make do. This current is eventually going to change to outgoing. Kind of got to be out there before it does. I see the buoys out here still kind of standing straight up, so it tells me it doesn't, it's not quite ripping either way yet. Still got some time to make it out to where we need to get to. You can see the red can out there. That's the zone we're trying to make. I don't know if Old Town like had this in mind, this kind of fishing in mind when they made this kayak. I feel like they were mainly thinking about bass fishermen in ponds, but you know, if this works and I can use this 100 amp hour lithium battery to do stuff like this, yeah, this is awesome. I don't see why it's not going to work. Like, I've been barely using any battery this morning, just spot locking it next to the ships. It's going like half to 1 mile an hour, not straining at all. So I figure one run like this and then use the tide to run back, you know, really shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too taxing. But we'll see. Starting to see a little life out here, a little life. Oh yeah, we can see it on the fish finder. 70 foot. We got some bunks. Oh boy, conditions have changed. Things are slicking out.
And the sun's about
The sun's coming out, burning my skin off. Really hoping that we get some action here. We're around some bunker. We're on these pots. Pots is like right on the bottom contour transition. There's dolphins. We just need the cobes. Got bunker out. Gotta put my jig back on. Get ready. Start standing up. Hopefully seeing some swimmers. Some wakers. Oh, fresh young tender bunkie. Big bunker schools going through. Oh, I got some rays in front of me. Oh, and I got hooked up. Damn, dude, something ate it on the drop. Woo! Woo! Oh boy.
Could it be the cobia?
No way. But dude, it's not fighting like a shark. I mean, it's sort of fought like a shark. Oh, is that up? Is it up on the surface over there? Something just surfaced right there. I think that was my fish. There it is. That's it. What is it, dude? It's a cobia! It's a cobia! It's a cobia, dude! Oh my God. It's right here somewhere. Dude, my like fish finder's all tangled around my... Oh my God. There it is. Oh, it's nice, dude.
Oh shit.
I have my musky glove at least. I think I'm just gonna try and tail grab it. What's up? Yeah, it didn't even hit the bottom. So the problem with my boga, look, this pin is sticking out of it. So like, I don't know what that's for, but I have a feeling it's for like something really important. And like when I lip the fish, it's just gonna like not keep it tight or something, you know? I'm so worried about this weight, it's like pinned on the line somehow.
How far?
I don't know, too far. Oh, it just worked itself out a little bit. Might be untangled now. It's just hanging out like 20 feet below me. Oh yeah, dude. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I need it on the other side though. Just doing some bad shit, just like rolling and running back to the bottom. And this rod is no like slouch, it's a pool cue. It's like an extra heavy musky rod, you know? Oh God. Oh God. Just don't want to like run into my trolling motor or something. Ah, had its tail.
What's their skin like?
I think they have a bunch of sharp like spines right behind their tail when they get big like this. That's why I'm trying to protect my hand, but I don't know if I can get him with the glove. Oh, I got his tail. Oh, yes. Oh yeah, he's got some razor spines up by his head there. Woo! Yes. Yes. Cobe in the boat. Woo! He's 40 on the dot, like with my shitty measuring. We're not gonna keep him. We're not gonna keep him. Here we go. First Kayak COBIA. Always dreamt of getting a Kayak COBIA. Bunker chunk. Finally got one. Right at 40 inches. Gonna let her go to get that good COBIA karma. All right. There she goes. She's out. Dipping back down into 65 feet of water. It's getting close to the end of the day. We got some storms coming in behind us. And I got the one COBIA on a bunker chunk. It was amazing. Haven't seen any signs of any other ones today. It's pretty calm right now. So I'm standing up and drifting, letting the storms push me back to shore. Drifting out here in 60, 70 feet of water. I just feel like, you know, this is the spot. I'm hoping to see something. There's been tons of bunker coming through, and on our screens we can see that there's big marks all over the bunker. Of course, they could be sharks, it could be drum, it could be anything. But sure would like to see some cobias swimming around on top. For the limited amount I know about cobia fishing, I know they swim up on top in the afternoons. I know that if I'm gonna see one, I gotta be standing and get a jig in its face. Of course, I forgot all my cobia jigs. I did have this 5-inch no live bait needed little jiggy, and I feel like that's my best shot. So yeah, I'm hoping to see one and pitch it this jig and get a second. Mike abandoned. He went in already because he was afraid of the storm, but I feel like I've got a little bit more time before we have to start worrying about that for real. We're gonna try and fish tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do yet. The weather looks a little questionable. It might be some easy stuff, but pretty good audition for the autopilot. I mean, held me tight over that structure on the ships yesterday and the big wind and waves. Got me out here to the promised land today, no problem. Kept me spot locked in 65 feet of water so I could chunk. And right now I'm standing up perfectly comfortable, waiting to see a 70-pounder swim in front of me. This boat so far does everything I hoped it would. Definitely got to understand the limitations of the spot lock. Like, you know, when there's wind and current and waves, it's not going to hold you directly over all the time, but it will hold you within like 10 feet, I would say. Still very useful for this kind of fishing in particular. And that's about that. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'm going to see a cobia here and stick them, but if I don't, we got to get in and get our shit loaded up before all the boats and jet skis so we can avoid getting totally pummeled with rain. We'll see how it goes.